Welcome back to the Paddle and Fin Podcast Network. We're brought to you by Pelican, built tough for all situations. Go to pelican.com. Yak Gadget, for all your fine kayak fishing accessory needs. Go to yakgadget.com. Eastport Marina, on the beautiful shores of Dale Hollow Lake, for all your lodging, kayaking, and fishing needs. Go to eastport.info. Now let's get this show started.
What's up, guys? You're listening to the Paddle and Fin Podcast Network, the final cast. I'm Brad. Let you guys know a little bit of news. Josh stepped away from the podcast, so he will not be on the paddle or the final cast anymore. So I do got one of my buddies filling in for him. I've known Matt since like I was 6 years old. So Matt, the new co-host of the final cast. What's up, dude?
What's going on, man? I'm pumped to be here. Won't ever fill the shoes, but I'm going to do what I can to be as dope as possible.
Well, I know we've already had some good episodes, and we've gotten good feedback on them. So a lot of people like the JDM stuff. They're like, "Oh, dude, his collection sounds awesome. I can't afford it."
Yeah, believe me. Like I said in that show, I covet all the JDM stuff I have, but you just got to find the right deals, and you'll be golden. There's always guys who have JDM stuff and then doesn't help them catch any more fish, and they just want to quit, and then you just buy all their stuff at a discount. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to have you on, dude. I'm going to miss Josh, though, but yeah, definitely glad to have you on. It's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. Could be loads.
First thing, before we get into the episode, just going to mention the Dale Hollow trip. That is April 2nd and 3rd, I believe. Right?
Yeah.
Yep, there it is right there. Eastport Marina. You can rent houseboats, campsite. I think the cabins are sold out already, but give Eastport a call and they will get you hooked up. And then also, if you're not doing the kayak fishing fantasy, head over to Paddle and Fin's website. All the details will be there, and it'll get you set up and ready to go. But yeah, man, this episode I brought back Achigan because they're doing something cool over there. They got something called the Smalley Games, so we're going to talk about that. So here's the owner, Josh Shrinko. What's up, man?
Not much. How are you guys doing? I've heard that many a times. That's Google pronouncing Achigan. Is that correct?
Yeah. Man,
it's really funny. We went through kind of a process in the beginning to try to figure out, like, all right, how do we pronounce this word? And we were like talking to people, and that was one of the ways we were just typing it out and doing it phonetically on Google. So it is definitely not how we say it. We say it the redneck way. So
I mean, that's the way to say it. If you're going to say it one way, that's the way.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember the first episode that he had you guys on. He was telling me about it, and I was like, looking at it, I was like, how do I pronounce? Like, I'm going to buy their stuff. How do I say the name? And I put it in Google, and that popped up, and I was like, that sounds weird. Like, that doesn't get me any closer to understanding how this word sounds.
Yeah, it's an education process. I always, it's a French word, so we definitely aren't gonna say it like the French people.
No, we'll just make it better, like French fries.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, there's, it's one of those things we sort of, I found out like Teva, for instance, the sandals. I've been saying it wrong this whole time. It's Tevas. It's not Tevas.
What?
Yep. No idea. Right. Yeah,
that's
there's
probably a lot of. I did that with Bahio sunglasses when I first heard them. I was like Bahio or something like that. And we had him on the show. He's like Bahio. I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. We don't really care how you say it as long as you buy our stuff. So it's
there you go. I've gotten stuff, so I'm good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You boys are decked out.
Heck yeah, dude.
Minus the hat because it's gone.
We'll get you one.
We also got Derek Burton in here. Derek,
yes,
what
sir.
do you do for Achigan?
Well, I made. Well, I'm sure you've probably seen the Smalley Games video that was just made.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's hilarious.
Basically, the weird guy that made that video.
Dude, A+.
And I
Even if
I don't
didn't like it, I'd be about it.
I don't want to speak out of turn here, but so Derek is now a minority owner in Achigan as well. So we basically valued him so much, and I'm not joking about this. He's going to be doing like our media for us.
Yeah.
So and because we have no money to pay him, so we had to give him a small piece of the company, or else there wouldn't be anything in it for him. So
I thought you were just going to stop at minority. I was like, wait a minute, whoa, whoa.
No, that's cool though. I mean, because if you guys ever grow to like where I know that you want to be, he's going to grow with you. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're excited to have him. Derek has an awesome YouTube channel, Hoosier State Fishing, and we sort of see the value in him. He's not very high on himself. He likes to disparage himself a lot, but the dude makes some of the most entertaining videos on YouTube. So
no, I agree.
Oh,
I've seen your videos. I like that part in the Smalley video where you turn around and slap your ass. I was like, that's hilarious.
Shoot. How did you know it was me slapping my own ass, dude?
I could just tell.
You could just tell, huh?
He's looking into it real hard. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
Pausing it and stuff.
It's like I gotta get his number.
Rewind.
Oh man.
All right. So Smalley games, man. Where do you want to start? What do you want to talk about?
Well, I guess I'll start by telling everybody what it is, kind of where it came from. So, if you really just want to get a quick and dirty of it, I'm telling you, watch Derek's video. You can find it on our website on the product page. You can find it on his YouTube channel, on our Instagram, at Achigan Brand, achiganbrand.com. So essentially this started years ago with me, as I had this sort of idea floating around my head. It started with the so have you guys ever got the like when you're in high school, they had the weightlifting club shirts? Did you guys get those? Yeah.
I did.
So you add up your bench press, your power clean, and your squat, and then you get like that cumulative weight is like your pound club you're in, right? So we used to get those shirts every time you would achieve a different club. And it was like the coolest thing. You'd wear those shirts around school. Eventually they become cutoffs, you just felt like a badass in it because it represented, like an achievement. Right. Mm-hmm. So I was like, man, that'd be really cool to do something like that for fishing, except, you'd have to have some way to verify it. You couldn't just give the shirts out to everybody who claimed that they had caught this fish or whatever. So I kind of sat with this idea in my head forever and wasn't quite sure how to do it. Achigan came along, and then I was like, man, it's a perfect opportunity to do it. And one thing led to another, and we decided the best way to implement it was to basically do a board game. And, Smalley games, essentially what it is it's an interactive season-long board game for smallmouth fishermen. You sign up, we send you a game board, which is essentially a poster, among other things. You get some stickers and a bracelet to wear, an identifier, a koozie, all that stuff. And then, there's the starter pack right there. And then from there, what you do is you catch fish throughout the year, and you're going to turn those pictures of the fish into us for game pieces. And so if you click on the game board there real quick, or whoever's controlling that, is it Jamie, like Joe Rogan? Can I call you guys Jamie?
Hey, Jamie, pull that
up. So you can see there's grids there, and each grid space is a 2 by 2 inch square. And the game pieces are bigger as your fish get bigger. So like a 17-inch fish that you would submit to us, you submit the picture, we send you the 17-inch game piece. It takes up 1 square. An 18-inch takes up 2 squares. 19-inch takes up 4, and so on and so forth. And essentially the goal is to cover up the entire board throughout the year. And as you cover up the different levels, you kind of unlock different achievements, and you are able to get different prizes and or buy different exclusive merchandise. We still haven't even put everything out there. There's going to be some other cool things that are going to come out throughout the season. But in a nutshell, it's a fish catching board game for smallmouth, and it's freaking awesome. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's one of the greatest ideas I've ever thought of. Because I was talking to a buddy about it the other day, and I was like, it's literally turning in, instead of just going out and fishing, which is, believe me, in and of itself is fun, but it's, you can kind of stack yourself up against other anglers around the area, around the country, whatever, on social media. And, if you fill that whole board up, that's something to be proud of.
yeah,
Whether you're catching X amount of 17-inch fish, or you're catching, let's say you have 3 23-inch game pieces on there. I'd be fine with just 1 20-incher. But hey,
And we try to make it so, like, we live in Indiana, but I travel over the Midwest fishing for smallmouth. Albeit I don't fish in any of the like crazy fisheries like Erie and St. Clair and those sort of things. We try to make it sort of hard to beat no matter where you're at, but we didn't want to make it so hard that like guys that just fish rivers like me couldn't beat it. So obviously if you fish, every weekend on St. Clair, like you could probably beat this fairly easily, especially if you fish certain times of the year. But if you're like me, you live in Indiana, and if you didn't travel outside of there, it'd be a pretty big challenge to do. But we couldn't really weight it for where you're at. So we sort of, just did it for everybody. This is the first year too, so the inaugural games. So we plan on doing this every year. So as it sort of morphs, there's, we'll do changes from year to year. But no matter what, if you beat the game, you become a bronze master, and you're forever part of, that title. And we'll have a Hall of Fame induction ceremony where we're going to induct all the bronze masters. You'll get invited to things down the road where all the bronze masters, get invited to events and stuff like that. So you kind of get part of a club, if you achieve that. So yeah, exactly. We pass out Kool-Aid at the end. It's super cool.
Yeah, it's the last drink you'll ever want.
Yeah. But it's an evolving thing for us. Really, I honestly, and I'm just being blunt with you guys. Like, for us, we're not really making money on this. Like, we'll be lucky if we break even, maybe make a little bit. It's something like a marketing thing for us, of what we want to be known for. We're trying to make our brand synonymous with smallmouth fishing. And I wanted to come up with something that was just out of the box, something really fun. And, this first year we're shooting for 100 players. We're over halfway there now. So we're hoping to get 100 guys playing this game. And then from there, we're going to try to grow it each year and make it more fun, make it, sort of viral, and see how it goes. So,
Oh yeah.
Did you mention the wild cards, Josh?
I didn't.
I think that is one of the coolest aspects of the whole.
So
game.
you can tell. You can tell them about Derek. Go ahead.
Well, that's just a really cool, another little thing that you add to it to make it more appealing. You've got wild cards that he's going to come up with. I don't know what the time frame is specifically, but like I think the first one has it already been fulfilled? The first wild card?
Yeah. So we've had one person turn it in so far.
Wasn't it?
Is Alex?
Alex, yeah, that's right.
Yep. So the wild card is like a revolving challenge. So in order to beat the game, you have to obtain 3 wild card pieces. Okay. And each wild card challenge lasts a month, and it changes after that month. So you can only complete it and order the wild card within the month that challenge is going on. This month, we started out really easy, or what I felt was like an easy one, is you have to catch a smallmouth and pick up a bag of trash on the river or lake you're fishing in, and they have to be in the same picture. So
that's a good idea.
Yeah, that is awesome.
But
incentivize people to clean up their rivers. That's cool.
Yeah, we can use it for that stuff for sure. We're also going to get stupid with it and do a thing like, you got to catch like 2 smallmouth at once with 2 rods, or you got to catch like
Whopper 190.
Yeah.
Hey, I've done that.
Yeah, you actually that's a good
I've
one.
done that.
Catch a smallmouth with a 8-inch bait or longer. I think that would be a pretty good
on
one.
a 190.
Yeah. Yes. Dude, so you haven't heard. I maybe you have. I don't know. Maybe you're an avid
Holy
listener.
crap.
My goal this year is to catch a smallmouth. I'm trying to pull a Zaldane out of my butt somehow and catch a smallmouth on a 9-inch swim bait because he does it all the time, and it's frustrating because I like
That's
throwing
awesome.
swim baits. Let's see. I got.
I bet you could do it.
Dude, I
Oh,
want to
yeah.
get into swim baiting this year more, dude. I want to start throwing big swim baits.
That would be actually. That's like now that I really haven't thought about that, but that'd be really fun. We'll call it the Big Meat Challenge. So,
That's the first smallmouth. They gotta eat
Snack
it.
meats.
They gotta eat it. Like,
snack meats.
Show that again, Matt.
yes.
Please,
I'll say
we
it
gotta come up
starts
with a shirt, dude.
starts with that. If I catch
Oh,
one, I
yeah.
want
Oh,
a shirt.
yeah.
I'm just saying. If I catch a smallmouth on this alone, and
Yeah,
then I
that's-
go up to like a 9-inch, I want
That's a sick looking bait, dude.
What is that? Is that a bluegill?
that is it's a bluegill. Yeah, it's the Gantrell Junior because I don't want to like go way too big right off the
Sick.
bat because then I'll just get my heart destroyed anyway. But yeah, man. I mean,
You're gonna do it, guaranteed.
for
That
this
would be a cool
with this
wild
one,
card challenge.
I really think this one will do it. I think when I
Yeah.
go to like the 9-inch mag drafts, and I'm gonna try to catch one on a Citizen this year. I don't know if they're gonna hit the battle shad very hard, but we're gonna find
Do you
out.
actually have a Citizen?
I do. It's caught like quite a few largemouth down south, and it's little worn. So like I said, I try to get on those like releases, and I miss every one of them because I forget that they're there. And
I've heard
and I go on
those
eBay.
Citizens are hard to come by, dude.
Yeah, you can get them. I mean, you can look out and get them, or you can just go to eBay and spend $97 on one of them.
Right.
And, make your wife yell at you for spending
Yeah.
$97 on one plastic swim bait.
I did want to say a couple of things, if you don't mind. Derek and I worked together. The original like 3 guys that were in this was myself, Dustin Medina, Andrew Reuter. Those guys are both my business partners, and those 2 are basically responsible for all the artwork that comes out. So including that poster that took Dustin drew that thing literally for like 2 months. He was like doing different versions of it. And I don't know why he didn't sign it. He was supposed to sign it at the bottom. But all those designs. So I'm going to text those guys. They're actually naked in a basement tattooing each other right now. So
Great.
so they're going to call in. I told them that to call in and
Naked.
introduce
Wait.
themselves and do a quick appearance. So hopefully
I'm gonna die if it's like waist up and they're shirtless.
Why are you both naked? That's what
I'm going to be upset if they're not. I'm just saying. 'Cause now, anticipation's up here, and they're just going to let me down. So
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one thing, about our stuff is like, these guys, both of them that draw that stuff, like they come up with those concepts themselves because they're smallmouth fishermen. So it's not like they're, we're not paying some graphic designer to do them. And sometimes I think the artwork is a little raw, because of that, but it's always like really authentic. So you're not getting any, anybody's interpretation of stuff they don't know about. It's all like stuff people, they actually, like there's little things like even that bronze Colt shirt. There's like little flukes hanging from a thing in the back. There's game changers in it. There's like little things that you wouldn't notice if somebody that didn't like appreciate that stuff wouldn't actually put in it. So
Here they are. I'm gonna add them.
I'm a little upset already. They're
oh,
Dude.
one of them
I
has
only
a
got
shirt
half
off.
of what I was promised.
What's going on, guys?
How's it going, fellas?
What's going on, boys?
What's
What
up?
are you guys all sweaty for?
Oh, don't ask questions.
We're just doing exercises. That's all.
Is that KY in the back?
Is that what?
Is that KY in the back?
Yeah,
At least hide it.
You guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves and let everybody know like what you do for Achigan?
Go ahead. Dave.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having us on. First off, my name's Dustin Medina. And myself, along with Andrew, we do all the artwork. I shouldn't say all of it. The Smallies line came from Mr. Shrinko. But yeah, do some of the artwork, and Andrew and I kind of tag team and put our brains together. I work for a fire sprinkler contractor by day, and then by evenings and weekends, I doodle fish pictures to slap onto t-shirts.
I can
It's
appreciate
like the
that.
most humble way to describe what you do. Yeah, I'm just doodling to make it, it is what it is. It's fine.
Yeah.
I guess
So-
it's my turn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm shirtless. I'm trying to keep my beautiful body out of the image. We're doing some tattoo work here. Dustin's also a amateur tattooist / professional, in my opinion. So I'm the other artist with Achigan. Josh paid me to come on. I didn't want to, but he just joking.
Wait, you got paid?
Oh no.
Yeah, so 50% of the artists here, Dustin's the other 50%. I'd say, I should say maybe 47%.
47.
Because
All right.
Josh,
You guys do not have to give me any artistic credit because my artistic challenge was like Derek's like 10-second fish challenge that he posted on Instagram.
By day, I actually work for the Indiana Department of Natural Resources as an ecologist, which has kind of got me into the whole Smalley scene from the bottom up, looking at systems and being involved with managing properties that involve streams and fresh water. And I eventually found the love for smallmouth, and Achigan found me through Josh. So here we are.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool, man.
life right there. You got to literally do work with the fish you love professionally.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And in like a hobby that you love with art. I mean, you're mixing two. I'm guessing, you love smallmouth, so you love smallmouth fishing. So you're mixing two great hobbies together. That's awesome. Yeah, that's legit.
It's been pretty sweet so far for sure, and it's only going to go better. I can foresee. So
A lot of Andrew's research work involves him fishing on his lunch break for 3 hours, and he's like, I'm just like, doing the survey sample, so see how many 18s are in the stream.
Yeah, I'm just doing a population sample down this waterway.
Yep.
The state of Indiana.
Somebody's got to do it. I know. We got to see what's out there. We got to know what's out there.
So do you guys contract for people to do that? Because I'm open. I mean, you just let me know.
Maybe one of these days soon.
That'd be
I'll let
cool.
you know.
That would be cool. Be like, hey, I caught 6 on my lunch break. All right, write that down.
Yeah, I was about to say.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so Dustin did the game board for the Smalley games, and then Andrew was the one that did all the game pieces. So we sort of divide and conquer with stuff like that. I would say it was a challenge early on. Like 2 people working on one design, and it ended up getting changed like 14,000 times. And eventually, I think we learned to like, hey, you're in charge of this, I'm in charge of that, and then we sort of all 3 approve it. But those guys are very humble, but both of them are my boys, and they're good dudes. And I couldn't ask for a better artist team. We've had many fun nights doing Achigan work, and we're growing it, man. We're trying to, like I said, we said it from the beginning, from our hearts to our heads to our hands. That's like kind of our motto. And we got a text there going, we need to add Derek to it now that he's a part of the team. But but Derek has an Android, so Derek, sorry, you're not getting on the text thread, dude.
He's a green bubble guy.
Yeah, dude, he's like a destroyer of text threads. You can't send any video.
I can't like a text. I can't emphasize a text.
What do you do for birthdays, man? That's how you send dope birthday texts. Is all the balloons fall?
I know, dude. Yeah,
man.
You got to get
That's
on
cool.
that Steve Jobs stuff, dude. Come on now.
Yeah.
God rest his soul.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Yeah, you boys about done with that tattoo over there?
We're getting close.
Yeah,
Let's see
we
it.
covered
Let's
some
see
I
ground.
was like, can we get a sneak peek of that? Let me see it.
Is it on your butt cheek, Andrew?
Oh, well, actually, lower back, it's Dolph rainbows.
Yes.
But I'll show you the last thing he was working on. Some macro invertebrates. We're going to do a river bottom scene right here.
Oh.
Got a little Nate, some dragonfly and stonefly and some hellkite and crawfish.
You been working out?
No.
Naturally toned.
Naturally toned, yep.
Yeah.
Dang.
Very cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, cool. You boys have anything else you want to talk about before you get back to tattooing?
Is there anything you want us to talk
Yeah,
about?
that would be better.
This is an open forum. You know, so.
Yeah, just speak from your hearts, man. It's fine.
Hey, were those deer mounts strategically placed so that we would see them?
Oh yes. Yep. We
Andrew,
posed
hold
it.
the camera over here.
Were those
set
flea
this whole
market
thing up.
finds?
We've been thinking about this for like an hour.
Yeah.
How we were going to say it.
That 22-inch smallmouth that I caught last year is at the taxidermist. So
Oh, man, yeah.
Live mount,
yeah,
baby.
it's been really cool. It's been kind of a cool.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
We lost them.
what's happened?
Dang it.
Yeah.
Nope. Oh, it's all good, man.
There they are.
You guys are breaking up real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're in a basement.
yeah, doing.
Yeah, so am I though.
We're both.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
But no, it's been pretty cool. It's been kind of a learning curve from the aspect of like you can draw, but up until the smaller games, I'd never had to draw a poster for such a thing. So it's been really cool. It's been a fun opportunity to kind of, trying to fine tune some skills. And, it's obviously, centered around smallmouth fishing, which is, awesome. So it's just a lot of cool things,
Yeah.
best friends, drawing, fishing, hanging out on the weekends. It's been a really cool thing. So we're excited about it. Seems like it's gaining some traction. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's
Heck
awesome.
yeah. I for sure I appreciate everything you guys have done. I mean, I own several pieces of clothing and stuff, so you guys
Appreciate
do
it.
good work.
Yeah, it's really easy to forget how much work goes into. You wear a sweatshirt, like he said. I mean, the bronze colt, it looks like a simple sweatshirt until you get into it and look at it and see the intricacies and the details of it. So yeah, great job on that. I actually have a question. Since you guys both are such big smallmouth anglers, have you found to where you're drawing something up for a t-shirt or a poster, and since you've seen smallmouth in live action so much, do you ever find that you can't be happy with the picture because you don't think it's as good as what you've really seen?
I would say yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. That's always the crux, is always trying to the artist in drawing pictures.
Oh no, I was really excited.
It sounded like it was going to be really deep.
Yeah, I know.
Dang it.
Andrew's very philosophical, so I've
Yeah.
talked to him about this. Go ahead,
Oh, he's
Andrew.
back.
Here.
What I was going to say was the artist is always their biggest critic. So, I mean, in particular, like everything I draw, I'm sure, I know Dustin's the same way talking with him. Is, you go over it, you go over it, and you get a final product, you put it out there, and then you're the person that sees all the mistakes or the things that you could have done different. So yeah, there are lots of action pictures that I've drawn, and in particular that I come out with, and I'm like, oh, that looks sweet. And then, it gets out there and I've got it on paper, I've got it on a shirt, and I'm like, oh, this is what I would have done differently or whatnot. But yeah, it's real life doesn't compare to capture it in a single image for sure. Catching a smallie on top water or any big smallie in particular, it's just doesn't even compare.
Something that I appreciate about you guys is like Andrew probably takes it to another level, but because he's an ecologist and has a master's degree and all that crap, he's like,
Yeah, it is
all,
crap.
Like that was just that anyone could do that. It's fine.
Well, Andrew, we could go on about Andrew. I don't want to make his head too big. Andrew's he's like a human wilderness Jeopardy. The dude knows every answer to every. Like you ask him, like you pick a leaf off of a random tree, and he'll like tell you the scientific name for it.
That's cool.
It's pretty amazing.
Oh,
Honestly
that's amazing.
Like being around him when you're just sitting around drinking. It's like going to college for a year. You learn a lot of stuff. But
stuff that you want to learn about though.
Yeah. It's not like you're sitting in economics or something stupid.
But what I was getting at is all the stuff they draw, and that Dustin does the same thing. Is like they're very particular about like the details on their artwork that it matches up with the actual natural anatomy of the smallmouth or the bug or whatever they're drawing. Even if it's like exaggerated, like even like little, like we got a really cool design coming out. We might do a little sneak peek on here of it if I can do it.
I'm all about that.
But it's our mud bug. Andrew made it. It's a mud bug patch, so it's going to be like a crawfish hat. We're going to do patches for right now, but there's like little bands on the crawfish, like behind the pinchers, and it's like something if you pick up a crawfish that's the right color, like oh, that's really cool. But he's like very particular about all the little details in the picture that it like matches the actual like coloration of a crawfish. And our smallmouth is no different. Like you look at any of our stuff and you'll notice like all the little details. It's like what a smallmouth actually looks like. So it's just kind of, like I said, I was explaining to these guys before that, our stuff is like genuine and authentic because we're actually smallmouth fishermen. We actually do it. We're not paying somebody to draw it. So we don't miss any of those details. All that stuff is like included in our artwork, which is, hats off to these two guys because they're like freaking phenomenal with that stuff. So,
heck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for the good words.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Heck yeah, man.
I'm glad
like
you
I
guys
said,
like the stuff.
Yep. Thumbs up for me for sure. So,
oh, yeah, all day.
Bit of a transition. We were trying to figure out which fish the Achigan brand was going to be centered around. At first, it was going to be catfish. So, a lot of time researching how to draw catfish, and then we switched it up.
If it's going to be a catfish, at least make it a flathead.
My boat was for the River King, the rock bass, dude.
Dude.
These
as
guys
many times as I've just wanted to cut my line.
Dude. Yeah, these guys don't even know. You catch a big rock bass, dude. That's like a thrill of a lifetime.
You guys got the Rock Bass Alliance over there, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Indiana Rock Bass Alliance.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Oh, it's funny stuff.
Man.
That's funny.
I love Nick Nicorelli. Anytime anybody ever posts that, he'll put like a GIF of The Rock. Like,
oh, dude,
cracks
I
me
love
up,
Nick,
dude.
man. Nick's cool.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Do you guys, Matt and Brad, do you have any questions about like how Smalley Games works? I know, Brad, I was actually looking at your shipping information today, and you're still in transit. We're trying to make sure we're having some shipping issues with USPS. But do you guys have any questions as far as like how the game's played or anything like that?
Yeah, well, I was actually gonna get. I don't know if the other guys want to stick around, but I was gonna ask some questions about it.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. Do you want to stick around or?
I think we just got dismissed.
No.
I mean, you can sit there in your shiny glory. That's fine with me.
No, I
Hey,
just
thanks
didn't.
for having us, fellas.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
See you guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, guys.
All right.
Anytime.
See you.
Love
You guys have
you.
a good one.
See you guys.
Yeah, I didn't know if they wanted to stick around for it or not. So, I didn't.
No,
want
it's
them to
fine,
sit
Brad.
there
You just
and
kicked him
let-
off. It's fine.
Yeah, I got the power here. I could kick anybody off. No, yeah, I just kind of wanted to go over the spots here on the game board. So you mentioned 17 to 23 inches, right?
Yep.
So let me. How many spots are on the board here? 30, 64, 90 something.
96.
So you can catch 17 or 96 17 inchers and fill up the board that way.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. That definitely wasn't our intention.
Well, I was just asking.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, theoretically, in 3 wild cards. So yeah,
Okay.
if you catch, 96 17s, which is a lot of 17s to catch in a year. Yeah, more power to you. I'd say that's almost as big as accomplishment as filling it up with 20s and 21s. So
That's a great year.
I might have gotten
yeah.
close to that last year. I'm not even joking. I
Yeah,
caught over 800 fish last year.
Well, certain fisheries, like, yeah, you do have those days. I think, when you look at the other thing is we're not doing like tournament standard measurements. So like some guys might be like, oh, it's not 17. We're trying to not deny fish as long as you aren't completely negligent about
like
it.
Half inch short or something.
Yeah, like we're not, it needs a touch, but we're allowing partial mouth open, and your hand doesn't have to be like in a certain place or anything. Like you just can't be grabbing the tail. But in general, to catch that many 17s would be a pretty good year. But there's parts of the country, and there's guys, how that is. Like this game to me is for like, it is for tournament fishermen, but it is more for guys who don't tournament fish, who they like to just go out and challenge themselves. And like, I know how that is, man. It's like, if you go out and you're going out once or twice a week and you're just like, you catch a 20, it's like real exciting and stuff, and it's accomplishment. It's like all you get is that picture of it. This is kind of a way to like make it official, and you get something else that sort of represents that accomplishment. And there's certain fisheries that guys go back and they're like fishing the same river, the same lake, and some of those lakes just don't have those 20s and 21s in there. So for them to catch 2 or 3 17s in the afternoon is a really big deal. So I think it rewards those guys, and it also rewards people who are like, quote unquote trophy hunting and throwing big swim baits, and going for the, like I know Matt, obviously, as we were just talking about that, there's guys like we mentioned Nick, Nick Nicrelli. I don't know if you've seen him on Instagram, but he's the guy that like we'll all be like slaying fish, and he'll be like, yeah, I caught 3 today, because he's been throwing like a 9-inch swim bait all day.
Yeah, he throws just donks.
Yeah. But it rewards like, hey, when he catches a 20, 21, that is worth more than the 17s. But anybody can play. That's sort of how we, design the game. So
okay. So how does somebody go about submitting a fish? What do they send an email to you guys, or what?
So we actually built all the functionality into our website. So you go onto the website it's achiganbrand.com/smalleygames. And there's, all the game pieces are there, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. You pick which one you want. And then in order to buy it, it won't even let you add it to your cart unless you upload the picture. Now, you could upload a picture of your stomach if you wanted to. And that's what we would get. And then I would deny the submission. But
save the photo first. Then
exactly.
I got some ideas.
So we'll go on there and look at the there's a 17. You click upload picture, and then you pick a picture from your files or what have you, and then that sends us a copy of the picture. And then just like a tournament, on Tourney X, you would like go on and look at the picture and make sure it's legit, and then we'll mail that out. And you can see the game pieces we didn't want to like make them like, we're not trying to make profit on these things. We're just trying to break even, because we have to like pack them and mail them and stamp them and all that. So, you do have to buy them. But in addition to the game piece that you put on your poster, you also get these bonus stickers. And if you click on that next picture, so you also get one of these with each submission. And those are really small. They're 2 inches long. And what those are for is basically to like tally your boat or tally your truck, similar to like the sack or touchdown stickers on a football helmet. They sort of represent each fish.
That's literally what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. So not only. Yeah, exactly. Like Ohio State has the Buckeye stickers. So not only do you get the game piece on your poster, but you also get one of those little stickers, and you can kind of tally them up. And what we plan to do each year, these will be a little bit different color. So, like if you have like the spot, you're like, oh, I want to do this. So if you play this year, that little area will be, the 2022 stickers, and the 2023 stickers will be a different color scheme. So you can kind of see, each season separately. Or you could put them on a board that you sanded and stained and keep them, or you could do whatever you want with it. Like, we don't care. But yeah, that's how the game piece is working. Like I said, you get you get the bonus sticker with it as well.
Yeah, and if anybody else wants to go into detail on these stickers more, it says the size of the stickers, how many grid spaces, and all that stuff. So.
And I do have the game pieces here. I was going to show you. So this just give you an example. So can you guys hear that paper rumble?
I can a little bit. It's not bad.
Yes.
Okay. Trying not to be too annoying here. Okay. So
ASMR, dude.
Yeah. So this is 17, right? So you can see it's pretty small, 2 inches by 2 inches. That's how big one grid space is. Okay. So when you start going up here, I'm not going to get everyone, but like here's like a 19. So it's quite a bit bigger. So that's going to cover. That's if you look at the difference here. So you got 17, quite a bit bigger, right? And then you start going up to the bigger ones. So
just go right to the biggest.
Well, I'm getting ready to. Dramatic effect.
Oh yeah.
So here's the 19. Then here's the 21.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So they start getting real big. So you catch like a 21, dude. That's like a fourth of the grid. One of the grids.
Yeah, I'll never get that sticker.
And then
Ohio.
the king of them all. Right. So you have the 21. King of all is the 23, baby.
Oh wow!
So
Quest for 3.
Yeah. So if you happen to get a 23, these will be highly sought after. I doubt we'll be giving away very many of those. So
I was gonna say, you probably did you limit how many stickers you got of each?
We tried, but that all factors in. Yeah, all factors into cost. A lot of ordering, a lot of that stuff, there's like minimum quantity. So like we're gonna waste a lot of paper after this is done. And we will shred them. So we're not gonna let anybody collect them afterwards. We'll destroy them. The little bonus stickers too, a little intricacy of, I don't know if you guys can tell. So that's a holographic. So
that's awesome.
Anything over 20 is holographic.
That's cool.
That's sweet.
Yeah, that's definitely cool.
Kind of a little cool touch. So yeah, we're having fun with it. Like I said, next year I already have some ideas. Like next year we're gonna involve some sort of team element to it.
Ooh,
so
I like that.
where you can combine like boards and do like a 3-man, 5-man team. And then you can compete against other teams. So we're gonna do some stuff like that. I think we have a couple ideas. We're gonna start each year. The board will be like themed. We have some cool ideas for next year. So awesome. Each game board will be completely unique, like artwork, and then it's hopefully it'll become a thing. So that's what we're trying to. Get
So when the year's done, is the current board just trash? I mean, is people just throwing that away?
Yeah. So if you complete the game, okay, and there are three different levels, so you can complete level 1, level 2, level 3. To be a bronze master, you got to do the whole thing. So to complete, 1 or 2, you're just like a level 1 qualifier, level 2 qualifier. You do get like a certificate on any of the 3 levels, that you beat. So you'll get something in the mail, and it'll have your name on it. It'll say like, you know, Smalley Games level 1, level 2, or Bronze Master. The Bronze Masters are going to get a little like all bronze painted crankbait with their name and Smalley Games 22 Bronze Master on it. So
That's dope.
we'll get like a custom crankbait, and so it's kind of like our trophy. You know, we're trying to think of different ways to do a trophy, and instead of doing a plaque, we thought that'd be cooler to do. And then the game board itself, the way I view it, is kind of something that I would like hang up in my office, like, and keep there. Just to kind of like, you know, like look back, like, oh yeah, it's my 2022 fishing season. It represents all the fish I caught. So yeah, there's no like monetary value to it. You can't like turn it in for anything.
Yeah.
And then we'll have like exclusive, like after the games end, we're currently working on like 3 different designs. So like a level 1, a level 2, and a Bronze Master design. And like you basically can like buy a hat, t-shirt, hoodie, whatever that like says your accomplishment on it. But the only people that can buy them are the people that actually like complete that portion of the game.
I got
So it's like exclusive, you know, type merchandise. And that's where the weightlifting shirt comes in. You know, it's like at the end, only the people that put in the work can actually get the stuff that
that's pretty cool. How you said you hang in the office, especially if you look at it because you, like you said, you don't want to just make it for tournament anglers. So you look at it, guys, let's say they're just starting out and they're going down to their rivers and they're catching smallies, and this year they only get level 1, or they get 12, 17, and 17s. They can hang that up, and then next year they can, right when they surpass, they'd be like, oh, I'm getting better. So they don't have just, you know, themselves thinking that, you know, I'm getting better, or they go out and have a bad day. They can come back. I didn't catch anything today, but I've already caught 6 more 17s than I did last year, or I finally caught a 19, and they can put that big sticker up. Like, I think that would be cool for, you know, A, it's a great showpiece, but B, it also kind of helps them, motivates themselves to get better every single season.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I agree, man. That's sort of, you know, people can use it however they want. And like, you know, I've ran this by people and like, what? Like, I don't, you know, that doesn't sound like something I'd want to do. I'm like, okay, well, you know, it's not for you.
You don't have to do it.
Yeah. Well, you know what I've got? The feedback I've got more from people are like tournament minded guys. They like are like, oh, well, what's the cash prize at the end? And I'm like, well, you know, it's not a tournament. You know, it's not what it is. Like, to me, this is more of like playing Call of Duty, right? When you like prestige in Call of Duty, like you don't get anything for that, right? It's just like, you know, you actually get to reset the entire game and go back
and start over.
And all you get's like the little badge, right?
You get the little badge. You can just shit on people all day long.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what this is, right? It's like you know, it's an achievement for guys who fish, and that's what we're trying to make it more of. Now, we will, like, especially as the games get like more popular and gain more traction, we'll get sponsor partners that'll, you know, we're hoping to get like little giveaways and like little pop-up challenges. We're thinking about partnering with a different company to do the challenges. Like, I won't ruin it, but they're gonna do like these little challenges throughout the game where you like throw out like, oh, you know, if you cover up this row, whoever covers up this row first gets this like package. So it'll like motivate guys to try to go out that day, you know, or that weekend and try to, you know, fill up a row or whatever. So we're going to do some more like creative stuff like that. And there will be stuff you can win. And hopefully eventually there'll be so much crap you can win that it like, you know, that will be a motivation for it. You know, right now it's more of just, it's just like competing. I said when I was helping Derek, we were kind of collaborating on the video. I was like, I kept saying it's you versus the smallmouth, and he put that in the video. So he obviously didn't think it was too dumb.
No, not at all, dude.
But I think that's what it is, right? It's you versus the fish. It's you versus the smallmouth.
It is,
It is, dude.
You know, so
dude, how cool would it be to do like a kayak giveaway or something?
Oh man,
that would be slick, man.
Hey, Josh has the contacts to do that.
Yep.
Yeah, I would totally do. Like I said, like it. Right now it's
Sky's
like
the limit, dude.
yeah. Right now it's like kind of small. Our audience is somewhat limited. It's like I think as it grows, like we'll attract some like some actual sponsors that want to get in on it and be part of it. Especially, and I wouldn't ever. Even with Smalley Talk, right? So like you guys know, I host that podcast, and we've grown a lot over the past couple of years, and we're getting like a pretty good substantial audience. So much so that we could probably pull in some like bigger like company names, bigger names. But I am all like, if you want to advertise with us, you want to sponsor us, like you have to be a smallmouth like company. Like I don't want like guys coming in here that don't fit. They don't add value to our audience, right?
We don't want largemouth companies.
Yeah, we don't want some like and that's fine. I'm not knocking. If you're like a professional fisherman or aspiring, and you're trying to have the local hardware shop sponsor you, there's nothing wrong with that. But like for me, like I want our sponsors to be strategic, like guys that like really like make stuff that like fit into our audience. And a kayak company would totally do that, right? Yeah, if anybody's listening to this and they want to get involved, shoot me, slide in my DMs, and I'll send you some pics, and we'll talk about sponsorships. So,
you went to the weirdest way possible to ask for that. I like it. I love it.
Oh man.
I guess I do have a couple more questions on the board. You got player ID on the bottom. Is that something you assign to somebody, or how does that work?
Yeah, each player gets a unique player ID. So you get. I didn't explain to Derek. You want to show him your bracelet? So when you catch a fish, you get one of these bracelets that says Smalley Games. Now that does not have your player ID on it. Okay. But so either that has to be in the picture, or so one of or the other, or both. And then if you pan back, I got the actual identifier sticker here. So. Yeah, that's what the sticker looks like. So you get 2 of those and 2 bracelets. And basically, I just got to see a partial part of one of those in the picture. But each player has a player ID, and they are, start off with 001 all the way up through whatever number we're on now. And at the end, that's how we sort of verify like that you are actually taking a picture of your board. So it says in the bottom corner, we actually write it in with the Sharpie. It's really official. But yeah, like, or if we do like a challenge and you take a picture of the row that you completed, like that player ID has to be on. It's basically the way to verify that, that particular board. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
It's curious how that worked. I like that.
Yeah. Don't worry. I've already put a new, order in for another catch board, so I can just have that solely set aside for the Smalley game, so I can put that and not have to worry about identifiers and stuff.
I need to get another carbonate, man. They lied. They said that board was not breakable. I broke mine.
Oh yeah, really? They're breakable. Yeah, me and my buddy thought they weren't. He just bought it and he was like, "Yeah, you can't break it." I was like, "Oh," he's like, "Yeah, watch me. I would have run it over with my truck," and he broke it, just shattered. And I was like, he's like, "Yeah, man, it broke." I was like, "You ran it over with a 10,000-pound vehicle, dude. Yeah, it's not like it's not Superman. It's gonna break. It's a truck."
Scene in Napoleon Dynamite when he rolls over the, drives away.
I had mine. I drug mine down the highway probably 15 miles all the way home, and it broke the fence off.
Oh man!
I got home.
I mean, if it just broke the fence off after dragging it like 15 miles, like I'll give him a little star for that. Like that's pretty good.
Oh yeah, but I was still bummed.
Speaking of catch, I'm in the very beginning stages of working with Duke over there so we're working on let's back up a little bit. One of the problems that we identified with Smalley Games was that nobody makes a really good board for like a compact board to like take with you when you're wading. It's like there's like boards that fold, but they're still like a foot long. Yeah. So I have had this idea. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't want somebody stealing it. But there's a measuring board idea that basically is an actual like rigid measuring board that you can, that you can basically throw in your pocket. And it's hard to explain, but I talked with Duke about it last week. We're kind of in the beginning stages of R&D for that. So
that's cool.
Gonna be dope.
Yeah, little catch X Achigan board. Watch for it to come out. So
yeah, I know I've seen guys waiting like that, and they'll have a backpack on, and they'll have like the 30-inch board sticking out behind them.
Yep.
Been there
for sure.
Same here. Yeah, cool. I don't know. You guys got anything else you want to add? Matt, you got anything else you want to ask?
The big thing I was going to ask, mostly because I didn't read it well enough, was the sticker thing. But that's like, I read it that you got a sticker, but I didn't know what the size of the sticker was. And I was talking to a buddy because I was talking to him about the smaller games. He's like, yeah, I saw that, but you got to pay for the board piece. I was like, yeah, but you get a cool sticker with it. He was like, well, and I was like, I hope the stickers, and I wanted them to, before I read it, because stupid. But anyway, I was hoping they'd be super small for the same fact of, I was like, man, I got a new truck. I got a brand new glass back window. And my wife hates stickers, but I'm going to put stuff there anyway.
Heck yeah.
And I was like, man, I could just layer that thing up. And that's really cool. So
It's a blank
a little clarification. They're not just paying, for the piece. They're paying for something they can use on everything else. It's a sticker,
Yeah. And the main thing, honestly, is like I was saying before, we're not trying to make money off of these things.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, if you look at like the small pieces start off at $2.50. If you think about how much a sticker costs, and then the bonus sticker, and then the envelope that it goes in that is thick enough to not bend the sticker, and then the stamp and the label that goes on it, and our time of packing it up and driving it to the post office. It's like that basically just covering our costs for them.
Well, yeah, and that's what I told him. I was like, man, I got, like the old movies where the old guy puts his arm around him and he's like pointing at the sun or whatever. I was pointing at his car. I was like, that little sticker you got in that window, how much you spend for that sticker? He's like, oh man, I got it for like $8. And I was like, you're getting the same size sticker and you can play the game for $2.50. Yeah, he was like, true. Oh, that makes so much sense. I was like, yeah, you look at stickers. I don't care if they're the size of like the little round ones you used to be able to buy just for little stuff. They're always $3 or $4. Yeah. It's just how it is. So you're getting a better value and you get to play the game at the same time. It's a win-win.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's like I said, that if that's a problem for people, like I get it. We're definitely not, it is what it is. Some people can't afford that or don't want to invest in it. But the other way I looked at, like if you completed that entire board with 17s, like it's like $250 or something is what it ends up being. And it's like that's like one like national tournament,
Yeah.
It's like how many guys sign up for like a national tournament and like knowing that they're not going to win any money, it's like like how many, it's like that's kind of the way I look at it. And that's if you beat the whole game. And if you beat the whole game, you're literally having fun the entire season doing it. And most likely you're going to win a couple of prizes along the way and you're going to get a trophy and a certificate. It's like, to me, it's like, I don't like the investment there is like pretty minimal. So, but yeah, if anybody, has issues with that, maybe we'll be able to lower prices next year once we have more players. So,
if people have issues with it, it might just not be the game for them.
Yeah, true, for sure. But yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on. I even more so appreciate you guys wearing our stuff because that means a lot that we got support from you guys. Do the little nipple rub, Brad. I like it. But yeah, we're trying to grow this thing into something special. I think I said this, the last podcast I was on here. It's, our goal was like, we want to make this thing like the Patagonia of fishing. That Patagonia started off in mountain climbing, technical gear.
Yep.
And like, we want to like, we're in our little niche here and we want to like sort of expand it to where, anybody who buys this kind of like, that's the lifestyle of catching a smallmouth, that's kind of where we're hoping to go with it. And, it's going to take a long time, but we're doing it the grassroots way. We're doing it we don't have a lot of money. We don't have a bunch of people, investors throwing money at us. So we're just doing it, cash, doing it out of the profits that we make. And we appreciate everybody that's listening that have bought stuff. And, we try to pride ourselves on customer service, because if I know one thing, it's that you got to take care of the people who are buying your stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's the easiest way to burn out early, is to give really crappy customer service. So if you buy something and it doesn't live up to your standards, let us know. We'll replace it. We'll fix it. We'll whatever. No questions asked. So that's kind of how we operate. So
sweet, man.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think we are winding down here. You did mention that we have a code that we're going to use for the weekend that this comes out, right?
Yep.
All right. You got that?
Yep. So it's going to run. It's going to run from the 17th, which is when this is supposed to come out, and it'll run through the 20th. And that code you're going to enter at checkout. It's paddle in, like the letter N, fin for FOR bronze. Paddle and fin for bronze. And that is good for 20% off of everything. I think we did do the smaller game. So you get, $8 off the starter kit. But yeah, that's like a Bronze Friday deal. So
heck yeah.
Yeah.
That's a real good deal.
Yeah, if you're listening, 20%, go check us out. We got a bunch of new stuff coming. We got some new hats dropping. We got I'm trying to think what else we have.
Sun shirts.
Yeah, the sun shirt. We have a really, really cool sun shirt that's coming out. It's called Bronze Bent. And we have and we have a fly fishing version and a conventional version of it. So we're pretty excited about that one. So
sweet.
I'm pumped for that.
Is that right? That code right there?
Paddle in fin bronze.
For bronze.
FOR.
Oh, for bronze. Okay. I'll fix it.
That's all right.
Actually, Matt, this is the first time Matt's used this program, and I don't even know how he did that.
It's impressive, dude.
Wow, dude.
I am just a bro, I guess, when it comes to computer. I don't know. I'm just clicking on stuff. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. That's where the other one is. I'll just add this one. There's an ad.
It was the Marines, dude. Give yourself
no, it
some
wasn't.
credit, man.
Yeah, right. I'm really good at certain things, and none of that stuff translates to this. So I can do some things really well. Down at this stuff.
Oh, I see it. It's scrolling down at the bottom there.
Yeah, she's scrolling now. I found the ticker button. Dude. So
it's a ticker.
It's a ticker.
I just don't know how you did the one before that where it just showed up on the bottom.
Oh yeah, you just turn the ticker off.
Oh. Well, you're gonna have to show me after we get off here.
Okay.
But yeah, guys, thanks for coming on the show. I'm gonna give you Derek. I'm gonna give you a chance to shout out any social media and stuff since.
Dude, it's just Hoosier State Fishing everywhere. Everywhere you want to find me, it's Hoosier State Fishing. Appreciate you.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, definitely give him a follow.
Yeah, Derek's going to be doing some awesome Facebook ad videos for us. He's an expert at stop motion animation. So be on the lookout. We're going to be best in class in freaking smallmouth apparel advertisements. So.
I don't know if you guys ever watched Parks and Rec, but every time I hear stop animation, I think of the guy that does that in that show.
I can't remember that.
Oh, what's his name? I know what you're talking about just because I'm rewatching it.
The guy that Leslie dates in that show, he gets fired from his job or something, and then he does clay animation.
Oh
yeah.
He pushes the play button, and it's like 2 seconds long. I spent 2 weeks.
He's going back.
That's funny.
Oh,
all right, guys. Appreciate you guys. Again, thanks for coming on the show. It's been fun.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on. It was awesome.
It's a blast.
Yeah, you boys get to Indiana, let me know. We'll take you out. So
for real,
do that soon, man. I'm ready to go.
We'll holler at you.
All right,
guys. Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Later.
See you guys.
Thanks for tuning in to another killer episode here on Paddle and Fin. Be sure to drop a 5-star rating, a thumbs up, or smash that subscribe button on any platform you're listening in on. Be sure to check us out on Waypoint TV, waypointtv.com. Make sure you sign up for the Fantasy Kayak Fishing League at paddleandfin.com/fantasy. You can support this show through Patreon, patreon.com/paddleandfin. Don't forget to check out the website, paddleandfin.com. Catch us on YouTube. If you got a question, comment, or want to see a future guest on the show, be sure to email us at paddleandfin@gmail.com. Shout out to our show supporters, Yak Gadget. You can check out all the fine kayak accessories at yakgadget.com. Pelican Professional. For all your cases, coolers, and lighting needs, go to pelican.com. Rocktown Adventures, your Midwest premier paddle sports destination. Go to rocktownadventures.com. Eastport Marina, the beautiful destination on Dale Hollow Lake. If you're looking for lodging, kayaks, kayak accessories, or anything fishing related on the beautiful Dale Hollow Lake, go to eastport.info. And Jigmasters Jigs. When in doubt, get the jig out. Go to jigmasters.com and fill your tackle boxes today.